Hi, my name is Kody Anderson, and this is my redemption story. When I was 10, my father decided to leave me and my 3 brothers as well as my mom and move to Korea. I didn't understand why at that time, but I remember getting into my teenage years and I was so upset and filled with hatred against him that he betrayed our family and just decided to leave, and was so selfish in that way that that's what he thought he had to do. I remember throughout my high school years, I was just filled with anxiety, like crippling anxiety, that I couldn't really talk to people face to face without thinking that, I'm not doing the right things, or I'm messing up and failing. And it got to a point where it's like, it was so insufferable. Like every day I lived this life, I was like, I'm sick of it. I'm tired of doing this, I just remember like meeting some buddies in high school that said they were Christian, and they were so filled with this peace and joy that like I couldn't understand. I asked them about it, and they said they were Christian. And so at one point I decided to go to church with one of my buddies. And I remember one of the first few services, I remember listening to that song, "Oh Come to the Altar," if you guys know it. And the lyric says, "The Father's arms are open wide." And I just remember sitting in that church at that time, like bawling my eyes out, thinking that I have lost this father in this world, but I had a father running down, chasing after me this whole time, and I was running away without even knowing it. And at that time, like he grabbed me and turned me to him and was like, "I love you." That was the first time God really encountered me and hit my heart, like he struck me deeply. Throughout these years of like late high school and freshman year of college, I was still going out partying and drinking and doing all these things because I always thought it was about my performance and what I had done and what good I'm doing. And every time I would try to stay away from sin, I would fall short. And I just remember like late winter of freshman year of college that God was calling me for more, and I had more to do for his work and his glory for the kingdom. I just remember understanding the lesson of forgiveness so much that I need to just have an ounce of forgiveness that Jesus had on the cross when he forgave us. And through understanding the love of Christ, I was able to forgive my dad, really, and text him and say, I forgive you and I love you. Even though that there's been so much trouble and pain in our family, I want to rebuild these relationships. And through this time in me now, God has changed my life and changed my trajectory from that point on, that I've been able to mend relationships with my family. And it's been broken for a long time, but being able to really fix those has brought me so much joy. Also knowing that God has allowed me to come into the kingdom of heaven with him. And he has grabbed me with his open arms and said, like, "Come to me, son," and that I am God's boy, really. And now every single day, I just get to live this life out of being in awe of God and being so grateful for what he's done. Even though I experienced all this pain and hurt, I'm able to experience that I will live with God forever in heaven. So yeah, that's my story.